Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Vision Angling. Today, myself, Ben, and we've got Shane and Andy with us as well. We've come down to do our yearly Christmas / my birthday fishing trip to Chesil. Normally we go to the Bristol Channel, but with all the restrictions in place at the moment and Bristol being in a tier 3, we can't travel up there. So we decided to stay local to us, which is Chesil. And we've actually come over at the bridging camp. So we've rowed across the fleet in Ben's dinghy this morning. All 4 of us loaded up to the gunnels. Looked like we was about to sink, but hey ho. We're here now and we're fishing. So targets for us today could be just about anything that swims really. I mean, cod is the obvious one for us. But yeah, chance of a conger, ray. You never know, you might even see a bream. Chesil can throw up anything these days. Right, so I've just bought in my first cast, lugworm bait on a pulley rig. Say, intended for cod, but we knew these would be about. Little pin whiting, tiny little rattly bite, and that's him. So we're getting back, and hopefully get you some more fish. Cheers. Right everyone, been fishing probably about an hour and a half or so now. Bites are coming slow and steady, mainly whiting, pout. I've stuck on a 2-hook loop rig, lugworm on both, 2 small on the top hook and 3 or 4 big ones on the bottom. Been out there for about 5 or 10 minutes and I noticed a little rattle on it. I thought whiting or pout again, and after about 10 I suppose, I seen it pull round. Thought I'd have it in, and I wasn't wrong. There was a pout, top hook. But we got what we come for. Nice chesil cod on the bottom. Fish of about 2.5 to 3 pound I'd say. Not massive, but it's the target species. Over the moon with that. This one will be coming out for dinner. Lovely fish, lean, clean, absolutely beautiful. Cheers.
Well, good morning. I say, George has just had that lovely little codling. We just put it on the scales now, £2.12. So that's a chesil PB for George. Hopefully we can get him an all-round PB today. That would be nice. I say, as George said, the bites have been pretty steady. Whiting are coming in every cast, 1, 2, depending on how many hooks you got on. But there are a few better ones out there. I said that one went 35 centimetres. But it's not a cod like George had. So hopefully we can all get into one today. I've got a up and over rig on one with a whole squid. I've got a pulley pennel with about an 18-inch snood, and that's running 4 blow lug. But like I say, there's so many whiting out there, the blow lug baits are getting stripped in a matter of minutes. And trying to go a little bit steady, because the tide I wanted to try and concentrate on is really this evening's tide. But the way the bait's going, we'll be fishing low tide and that'll be it. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can get into a few more. Cheers.
Right then guys, after a steady stream of whiting on the worm baits, I decided to switch it up a little bit. I brought some sand eels and some squid down with me as well, try for, like I say, whatever was swimming in front of us really. So I stuck a single sand eel and half a squid together. I stuck it on a pulley dropper rig. And I hit it out, and lo and behold, that's 2 whiting, 1 on each of the pennel hooks. They've been out there a little while, so I'm sure they're fighting for it between themselves. So we can get these back, see if we can get some more. Cheers.
Right, I just thought I'd show you one of my rigs that I'm using today. Like I say, I'm running a short up and over rig. So you see the rig body there, probably just under 2 foot long. Obviously it's running there. Got some 60-pound black amnesia on there, and that's running down to a set of 4-row Sakuma Manta extras. So on this one I've got some lug bait, tipped off with a nice chunk of bluey. We'll welly this one out there and see what we can get. I say, just cast I just had a minute ago, I had a lovely bite. George just stood with me and my rod folded over. We got all excited pulling it in. It was a strap, probably about £6. Come off right on top of the bank, and obviously not being the target fish, I threw a wobbly and walked off and let it roll back down. So unfortunately that one won't be on film. But yeah, I say it's steady at the minute. Baits are getting stripped very, very quick. The amount of whiting we've all caught now is absolutely mental. I say it's getting a little bit trickier now with the swell and stuff like that. The tide is dropping, so we're about 2 hours from the bottom of the tide now. So generally with chesil, when it's a little bit rough, you find as it drops, hits one of them ledges, and you'll get quite a swell build up on the edge, and it can be a little bit tricky to land a fish if you do get one. So just be aware of that. Obviously, if you find the fish, and the amount of times I've seen people with a nice fish on, they stick the rod up in the air and they just whine like mad. And as soon as that wave washes back and it comes off, I say keep your either set your drag so the fish can take line, or be ready to sort of run down the beach with the wave, but keep the line tight and you'll get the fish up. But yeah, like I say, fingers crossed we can get a few more cod. So that is the main target for the day. That's it. So we'll keep persevering, get you a few casting shots or something like that in a little bit, and we'll hopefully bring you back with some more cod. Cheers. Right, well, just put one bait out there then. It's been out there probably a maximum of 5 minutes, no more. And just pulled it in. More problem fish. Like I say, it's a fairly nice sized pout, but like I say, you can be doing without them all day. Everything seems to just be absolutely hammering the baits at the minute, no matter what you're putting out. I put out some bluey now, like I say, that was on the clip previously, and it's literally hit the water. I've just gripped it up and it's banging already. So all you can do, I mean, if you know that they're out there like that, you can always try and leave them on there. But it's one of them. Fish one rod, put a live bait rod out on the other. But yeah, we're about an hour away from the bottom of the tide now, so we'll keep plugging on, keep putting the baits out there, and fingers crossed we can get into something decent. Oh, it's got a little bit quiet now, to be honest. The bites are still there, but we're not really hooking as many fish as we were in the early part of the ebb. I'd say we're just getting down towards the bottom of the tide now. But just had a nice little rattly bite a minute ago, and like I said earlier on, just leave them. I could see it was on there, it was tapping away for ages. And I literally just turned around, grabbed another bit of bait to start baiting up my other rig. And the rod just folded over. To be honest, I was a little bit more adamant that it was a cod. Unfortunately, it was another conger. But as you can see there, he's taken the whiting that I'd hooked. So he's obviously swam past that, and like I say, he hit that hard, pulled my rod right over. Not a very big conger at all, not at all. But like I say, he wanted that whiting, so he hit that. And like I say, that's the benefit of just leaving them on there if you know they're there. Cod, congers, rays, they will eat whiting, pout, everything like that you leave on there. So yeah, lovely stuff. Like I say, he's obviously been feeding up out there. He's very, very fat in the belly. But I'm gonna try and get this one out and get him chucked back. Cheers.
So guys, fishing's been pretty slow over the last hour or so. Expected. We've just got to the bottom of the tide now. So yeah, it's slack at the moment. Say fishing hasn't been great, not many bites at all. Just had a little rattle on me 2-hook loop rig. I managed to pull in double shot of whiting. One here on the right, it's a bit of a better size. You see that? Not a monster, but pleasant nonetheless, especially when it's been a bit slow. So we're at the bottom now, so we don't expect too much over the next hour or so, and then as soon as it starts to flood again, we're hoping a steady stream of fish is going to come in. We're going to fish right up till high. It's about 6 o'clock this evening, 6:15 I think it is actually. But yeah, we'll probably fish that and then down an hour again, because we've got to get back over on the fleet, row across, get the boat back up, so it'll take us a little while to get that done. So yeah, hopefully next hour or two start picking up and we can show you some more fish. Cheers.
Right, as you can see, we're all in the wet weather gear now. The weather's taken a turn. It's heading round to a front on wind now. The rain's picked up. It's getting a little bit miserable, to be honest, but finally managed a different species. Myself a nice little bass. Lovely clean fish. Probably only a couple of pounds, but give me a lovely bite and just kept running slack. I say, obviously cod fishing, pulled slack, didn't feel no pulling, left it, kept running slack, so I got into it, and luckily he was very lightly hooked, so we managed to get it in. And say, lovely fish. But yeah, we'll get a couple of stills, we'll get this one popped back. Cheers.
So here's Ben chucking back his bass he's just had. A little bit hairy down here at the edge of the water, so in it goes quick and off she swims.
Right, so I just whacked out one of my up and over rigs, fishing with just straight blow lug, and had a lovely rattly bite, just pulled into it. Had a cracking black bream. Like I say, anyone that catches these, everyone knows they give you a good scrap, lovely bite. And yeah, like I say, that was taken on the 6.0 Sakuma Top Gun hook, and it was right in there. So like I say, they'll have absolutely anything. Wouldn't be too bad if we can get a few more of them. I know that last year there was a few this sort of time of year, and they come about £3. So I mean, if we can get into a £3 black bream, I'll be over the moon.
Right everyone, as you can see, it's now dark. Fishing's been a bit slow with the flooding tide, to be quite honest. We've had a few. Ben had his bream earlier on. Shane's just managed to pull out a little codlin, and as he's coming over to talk to me to tell me how much he's weighed, my rod started going. Big old blow lug bait. We say we're getting close to the top of the tide now, and we're thinking about knocking it on the head, especially with this weather. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah, Shane stood there with us anyway and said to me, "You got a bite?" And as he looked up, the rod slammed over using braid and a fixed spool on that rod. It's a bit different for me, and managed to find another one. Not massive, probably about the same size as the one earlier on. Shane's one was £1.8. I would say this one's probably about the same as that, maybe £2. But still, another one of the target fish. Well happy with that. 2 today. You say Ben's been struggling to find one, but he's had quite a variety of species. He's had the bream, we had the pout, the whiting obviously throughout the day. He's had the conger as well, so it's not been a bad day's fishing for us. So we're just going to use up the rest of the worms that we got now with a couple of last casts, and I think that'll be us. Cheers. Right guys, sorry the lighting's a bit crap in here now. Just had this one on the scales. Another chesil PB for me, £3 on the nose.
Right, well I think that's about it for me. Been persevering, like I say, it's not stopped raining, and you're whacking out really nice cod baits. They're hitting the water within seconds. They're getting absolutely mullered by pout. You know, nice size pout, don't get me wrong, but Not what we come for at all. I've just put my last 2 baits out now, like I say, and they're going mad again. Straight away. Yeah. And obviously, the other rod, as I brought that one in, no trip would be complete without a dogfish. So, I think that's like species number 6 for me today. I've done alright on the species. Like I say, I had the bass, the bream, all the white and the pout. And yeah, the conger eels and the dogfish. But I missed out on the cod. So, it's just one of them, you know. Shane had one and he's been casting a little bit shorter today. So George went down and just overhead thumped one really close. Boom, straight away, had one. So, you know, to be fair, all 3 cod that have come out today have been pretty close range. They haven't been at a great distance. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Like I say, we've had a good day. There's been a lot of fish. What else can we say? But like I say, hope everyone had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And yeah, please like, subscribe, drop us a comment, and yeah, we'll see you again on another episode of Vision Angling. Tight lines.